Kia ora te whānau. If you're checking this video out at home, I've got Anza here. She's just recently completed the 30-day Te Reo Māori Boot Camp for our February 2020 course. It's been an awesome experience working with Anza, and tonight we've just got her on the call and want to run through a few questions and get some feedback about her experience doing the course. So kia ora Anza, thanks for jumping on.
Kia ora.
So we'll get straight into it. So before you actually started the course, where were you at with your reo journey? Where did you sort of sit with that?
Oh, very basic. Many years away from home. Just no contact actually with a lot of whānau because we're all spread out everywhere. And when I used to work in the outback, and then when I come into the city, then I can catch up with people. But in the outback, there's really no... Anyway, I didn't have much, and I just felt a little bit lost, a little bit empty. And when I come back and meet whānau all again, and we're all together, and I'm sitting there, like a lot of aunties and nannies I've seen who were with me too, sitting there and not being able to understand or catch a few words here and there, but not fully getting it, and just feeling out of it, you know, out of everything that was happening around, wanting to be a part very much, but very difficult when you only meet every now and again, and everyone comes along and they're all sitting there and all the kids are running around, all the mokos can speak it, you know, and Nanny's sitting there, hey, you know, but all good, you know, and that's why that was my experience before taking this course.
It sounds like, you know, there's not being able to speak te reo or having difficulties understanding it in those situations, given that you were away for so long and you'd already been geographically distanced from people, that must have added to that. You know, you come back and see them, and there's already a bit of distance having been separated for so long, and then the language barrier comes in and just exacerbates it.
Absolutely. And just pulls at the heartstrings. You know?
So before you start, when you saw the course, when you first came across it, were there any barriers for you at all about joining the course? Any apprehension?
No doubts. No doubts at all. My sister was listening to your podcast, and she's been doing it like 2 to 3 years, and but you know, and then she said, "Sissy, get on this. I'll send it to you." So she sent it to me, and then I watched some of your videos, and then I saw a boot camp coming up, and without a doubt, I just went, as soon as I saw it, I went, that's me. If I'm going to do it now, this is it. And because, like you say, the distance and not being a part of things, this is my chance. I hadn't seen something like this before. So I had no doubts. I straight away just told my partner what I was doing, and then that was it. I just sent off the money and happy to, yeah.
And you were off, out the gate.
I had no doubts, I didn't think, oh, what if you can't do this? That didn't even come into my head. I just went, I'm going to give it the best go I can. If I can do my best, then that's all that I can do. Yeah. And then I can still do better. But I had to start somewhere. I had no foundation to start from.
And that's a big part of the course, you know, starting with that foundation work and
absolutely
working with the foundations and giving you a platform, giving you a framework that then you can go and take away after this course.
I knew where I was going before, when people are telling me, oh, look, and they give me a list, oh, learn this, learn that. Yeah, okay. And now what? And really, there was no connection. They were just a bunch of words and sentences, but I couldn't understand how to make those sentences, and that's really what I wanted. You know, to be able to have a kōrero, even the simplest ones, and build up and build up. That was my goal.
Mm. So there was the experiences you'd had previously, bit of confusion there, in terms of just how to piece it together, and it's one of the things that I'm critical of. I think there's actually too many te reo resources out there. There are so many. And for a lot of people, it's really difficult to find the one that you resonate with. It's difficult to find the one that sticks and the one that you can understand. So that was part of the reason of putting this course together. I had that same problem myself, and I stumbled through so many different resources, and in putting together this course, I sort of said, well, how about I put together a course of all the things that I wish I had in one repository of information, rather than having all these bits and pieces from all these different resources. I'll just put everything together that I wish I had when I first started.
Yeah, absolutely. And it got confusing for me in the end, trying to put everything together. I didn't know where I was going, how there was structure, all of that, because none of that information was given.
Yep. And that's one of the things that I like to focus on. It's a bit of a catchphrase that I like to use. It's the purpose of this kaupapa is to take new learners from a place and a position of confusion to clarity. And I can see that's really what you got out of it. You were in a state of confusion, and you've gotten a lot of clarity around not only where you're going, but how you're going to get there and what you're going to need to take on that journey with you.
Yep, that's exactly right. Exactly. And clear. That's the thing. That was the word. Clear. Instructions, clear tutoring, just everything you had just come together, and it was came together for me.
Perfect. That's what I love to hear.
And my whānau can see it.
Yes.
And that's the thing. I can sit there and they know some kōrero, some of them know a lot, but the children know more. The tamariki know a lot more, and they're running around talking to each, and I'm going, oh, how? What am I missing out on? And it's a tamariki teaching me. So there you go.
Sometimes it's the way. So for you, what was having gone through the course and gone over the 30 days, what was the biggest result you got out of the course?
My shyness, my fear, and in the end, when the last video did, there was no fear. I just sat in front of it. Before I used to get on, I'd sit and go, oh, what am I going to say? And I make sure, and I'm reciting it and relearning. And when I got on, boom, losing it. So start again. And then just anxiety before I did the video. And then the last one, wow, I had no anxiety. Just pick up the stuff, say what I needed to say, and easier. And even the whānau noticed in the beginning of stumbling and, just trying to get through it. And then, God, when it was over, I was like, oh, thank God that's over, the live video, because I knew my whānau would be looking at it. And my friends, I only got family on my Facebook, so it's all like, and I knew they'd be there. No one was judgmental. They were very kind and supportive, and that helped tremendously. That did.
Good, and I think that's one of the unique things about this course is, we don't just jump straight in and start learning te reo from day one. We don't actually do that for the first week. The first week it's around all the personal development things that we need to, and all the things we need to clear out of the way.
The preparation.
Yeah, to set ourselves up for a really strong journey. And a lot of that is the fears. Let's have a look at and start addressing some of these fears face to face. The fear of looking bad, the fear of making mistakes, the fear of stuffing up, the fear of being judged by other people. These are all really common fears that people have when they go and they want to go on this journey. So let's address.
And they're very real too, to someone like myself. Because back in the day, how if you made a mistake, you got a good telling off later. But nowadays, not so. So that's why I guess I must have been, all right, I'm not standing up ever or getting up again.
And it makes the journey so much harder if you don't deal with those fears. But once you clear that space and get that nice clearing and get it out of the way, you really do set yourself up for a really powerful journey. There was,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm really glad you said that, because it's not only one of the things that you'll get out of this course that will help you with Te Reo, it actually will transfer into different aspects of your life. It'll come across to, you know, public speaking, getting up at work, if you've got to talk in front of people, if you've got to give a speech or something in front of a crowd or a wedding, all those sorts of things. Just having that extra confidence really helps you to live freer and live more authentically, I find.
Well, it worked.
Mm.
I'm telling you, it worked. For me personally, I can say it worked. And now I can do a live video and it does not bother me.
Nice.
You know, I just talk what I say, and then I still got one to do about what we're doing now, but on my Facebook, similar to what we're doing now. And it's good. I'm happy.
That's great to hear. So throughout the course, we obviously worked to a particular framework, a particular structure. We had work that we did every day. We had lessons, we had homework, we had activities that we did. We had the group work. We had the calls that we did each week. For you, what was the best feature, or the feature of the course that helped you the most?
The whole structure. And even towards the end, being shown the structure of how to do these sentences, and how just changing of the one word or maybe two words, or just can change the whole meaning of the sentences. You know, and what you're saying, but still common words that you've heard and you've been using yourself during the course, and just how easy it was to just by changing a couple of words to change the whole meaning of the sentence. And then when you are showing us the structure, A, B, C, all of that, how it all goes together, you with this, with that, perfect. And it was towards the last week, or the second to last week, everything sort of just went bang. And I started to get, you know, it just, before, you know, even with Old Paki, all of that was a lot to take in at time. But as I said, on that second to last week, thereabouts, it just went bang. And I started to get the gist of everything, playing it at the right speed. And I realised she's saying the same thing every time somebody comes, and maybe different, you know, and throw a little different here, but the words were commonly popping up. And that was the thing. That structure, hearing those words all the time, and then knowing you only have to change a couple of words to change a whole meaning of a sentence, got me. And I just went, now I know what I'm doing. And still learning, still going along on that, but that was the thing, how you explain the structure, just the whole program from the beginning, the past, present, and the future, all of that all come together, how many words, sentences you can make, how many new words you were learning. Each time you added another one to it, just one little word, and boom. And then it was, like I said, the second to last week, I said to my partner, man, I'm getting it. The homework became easier. And, you know, and I've got a Maori dictionary that's got English at the back of it and the Maori in the front. So when anything was written in Maori and I couldn't get it, and I've tried to get it and put it, then I'd look it up. But I'd have a go first and try and put it together, and then try other apps, and then see which meaning meant the right one I thought that it was meaning. And the structure of the whole course for someone my age, it was perfect. I got it. And I thought, everyone thought I would struggle for it. And I did. It was challenging. I'm not saying it's easy, but you have to be able to focus. When you're doing it, your homework and stuff, if you're focused, it's in there. But if you're going to mess around and stop for fun and go and do something, then come back, be distracted, it's going to take a lot longer. And
yeah, you were really committed to the course, and it's so good to hear that you just have that moment where you just go, ah, I get it.
Yep.
I get
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
There
yep.
could be
Oh,
anything in life. It's such a good feeling when something finally clicks. When it's like the
and he
jigsaw
goes,
puzzles are all over the table and it all just comes together and you go,
yep. My
now I can.
partner says, aren't you doing your homework today? I said, I've done it. I said, I've sent it to my group. And I said, all done. And and he said, how? What, already? And I said, yes. And I said, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And but like I said, but the 30, it went like that.
Yep.
I have to say, you know, you may think you're struggling and that, but then one day it will connect. And then you know what and I'm still learning, but I'm doing much better now. And when I talk to my whānau, my people in New Zealand, I just talk to them and they go, oh, hello, auntie, or, you know, you're doing good. I said, thank you, because they all can speak. And my nieces and all that, you know, and their kids, they can all speak the Te Reo. You know, and I thought, coming from the outback, coming back and then going back home, and I hadn't been home for over 30 years. And then when I went home, it was like, I couldn't even, you know, like when I went to the hospital, everything was in Te Reo, like where the wharapaku was and where this car park and everything. And I went, oh man, has this changed? And I'd be honest with you, I felt at home. When I went back to New Zealand this time, seeing all the Te Reo everywhere.
Good.
Amazing.
Awesome. I love listening to you speak. You speak with such passion. It's wonderful to hear. So
I'm a happy person.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. So for anyone out there, someone that maybe is watching this video or they've been looking over the YouTube channel, they've maybe just seen this course somewhere, they're considering doing this course, would you recommend this course to someone that is considering?
Without a doubt. I would say to them, if you're feeling like you're empty, and I know you are, if you don't know your Te Reo, I know you are. I'll just say to them, you will feel in your heart when you finish this course, you will feel different. You will feel a part of everything, your culture, everything is there. And even you don't have to be like a politician and be able to speak all this language fluently in that, but have a great understanding of it, and the fluency will come later. Don't expect it to hit you overnight. You have to work at it. And, you know, and you will, at the end of it, I tell my whānau that, all of them, they can't speak it, the older ones, I say, man, it'll make a difference to your life, to how you feel inside. When you look around and you go places and you know, when you're on the marae, you know what's happening in the structure of how everything goes together and what's happening there, who's getting up to kōrero, what's going on. And I said, you will feel, and it's a heartfelt experience, and I hope they have that like I've had. And I tell them that. Yeah.
Awesome. You've done so well. You've done awesome. Your partner and your whānau, they should be very, very proud of you. I think you've got, you know, not only have you done so well in learning, but I think you're going to get to a point where you're going to have your family starting to send you a message, go, hey auntie, can you help me with this? Can you clarify this for me? What's this mean? And you know, it's what I say at the start of the course. Like, people at the start of the course, they don't realize it because they can't visualize it yet, but I know they will get there. They just can't see how far they will progress in 30 days. And you are a clear example.
When it's my 70th birthday next year, I'm going to get up there in kōrero, hopefully in front of my whole whānau, stand up there in kōrero. And you know, that is my dream, to be able to get up there on a special occasion like that, to get up and kōrero to all of them in Te Reo and feel good in here.
Well, I hope someone videos it, And I hope I get
Yep.
to see it on.
Yeah, well, I will. They will do it. Everyone videos everything these days, and I will put it up. Yeah, and I'll even let you know. And yep, that is what I want to do. Plus, I want to learn how to karanga, you know, because they always ask me because they see my hair and I go, oh, sorry, darling. You know, I'm not quite there yet. And, but that's also another thing because, you know, they're always asking people like when we have our reunions to welcome our own on, who's going to answer or whatever.
Mm.
And I want to be a part of that,
Good.
you know. And I'm absolutely looking forward to it.
Yep. You'll have every opportunity to do that. No
Yep.
doubt. I have no doubt you will excel tremendously.
Yeah.
So,
I am,
look, Anza, thank you for jumping on tonight. Is there any? We're going to wrap it up now. But is there anything else you'd like to add? Someone could be watching this in 2020. They could be watching it in 2025. Yep. Is there anything else that you'd like to add to anyone that's considering doing this course?
Do the course. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt anything. Just get and have a go. And if you've got any Māori in you, you will love it. It will help you find out who you truly are and what's going on.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Anza.
And thank you, Grant, for everything. A great course. Just great. The structure, everything. Thank you so much for putting me on my journey, and I'm still going on it. I won't finish it till the day I cark it. I'll still be on it.
Hey, no, you got on that. You got on that journey yourself. I've just been here to play a little.
You made it available.
I've just been. I feel very blessed and fortunate to be able to spend that 30 days with you, and I'm just
myself too.
It makes it so worthwhile hearing, you know, people like yourself share these experiences, and no doubt you've got, you know, plenty of years left, and you've got such a long
happier ones now.
Yes. Awesome. Well, thank you for jumping on, Anza. Really appreciate it, and good luck for the rest of the journey.
Thank you, and good luck for you with your courses.